Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal video today. As you can probably see, I'm not on the screen. I was actually off today doing my motorbike test, so I've actually just come into work just to record this voiceover for you guys. How special you that I've come in to do this. Thanks to everyone who wished me good luck in doing my test. They did mention it the other day. I passed with flying colours, so that's my first bit done. Got another bit to do a bit later on. I'll keep you posted on that one. Anyway, back to the wax removal. We can see here this patient's got this very, very dry, almost bordering on this crumbly texture of earwax here. And it's literally just at the entrance to the canal. So very lateral, right at the entrance, which means that we've got to drop the endoscope a little bit further back away from the suction tube, which has just dropped us onto the other side of these tiny little hairs you can see on the outer part of the ear canal. Now, these are not the coarse hairs that you see on the outer bit. When we get a bit older, we get hairs sprouting out in places we don't really want hairs, and you can, those kind of thick hairs on it. We're not talking about those. These are very, very fine, downy, almost peach fuzz kind of hairs, and their job is to stop any bits of dirt and debris from getting, or bigger bits of dirt and debris, I should say, from getting into the ear canal. Now you can see we've had to drop further back. It's very tough old stuff, so we've switched up tools now. We've gone in with the Jobson horn. When you get these waxes, which are a little bit more kind of sticky and crumbly like this one is, I find that Jobson horn works really, really well. You can see that consistency change as we pulled that through, almost like that fig roll kind of filling consistency there as it's coming through. I'm going to try and spoil as many foodstuffs as I possibly can in this video, guys. I got a lot of ticking off about toffee in the last comment section as well, because I called it sticky toffee earwax. It put people off toffee. But you can see we're just getting this kind of slightly it's kind of softer, almost a little bit sort of mushier, granular, sort of butter and sugar mixed together, that kind of thing. That sort of consistency in the middle. And then we've got this hard outer casing. Now, I've referred to this as armadillo wax in a few videos before, just because it's hard on the outside and soft on the inside. But you can see it's really coming forwards now. We're sticking with the Jobson horn on this one just because it's getting it out really, really well. Now, I do tend to switch up tools a little bit when we start taking the big sort of bulk of this wax away from the central section. We're left with that stickier wax around and sitting on the surface of the ear canal wall. I'll tend to switch it up a little bit then, just because we don't want to cause the patient any discomfort by pushing down into it. But it's coming away really well. But you can see what I mean now as we're scooping out that central section, almost kind of melon balling it. We're taking it all away there. We're left with that outer crust, which is still really stuck and it's not budging. So I've popped a little bit of olive oil in here. Olive oil is going to do two things. It's going to help to loosen the wax. It's going to help me get the grip there. So it's going to help to lift it off the canal wall a little bit more easily as well. So it's coming away really well. Now you can see that harder layer that we talked about there, where we're just lifting that up now, giving it a little bit of a wiggle there to get this out, guys. And out that comes. There we go. And we can still see we've got a little bit more in, a bit further in, but look at the difference in color here. See how we've gone much darker now. If you can see, oh, I've just blocked it unfortunately, but if you could see just beyond that suction tube, you'll see that wax goes really deep into that far more medial section, that much deeper section of the ear canal, lifting up over the base of the tympanic membrane, so just covering the sort of bottom 2/3 of the eardrum, so that pars tensa portion of the eardrum, that thicker skin area with those three layers. So we've got that sort of epithelial layer, then we've got those radial and circumferential fibers, which is holding it and giving it structure, and then we've got a mucosal layer behind, but it was lifting up over that. Now we've got that little bit of movement. Now you'll hear me talk about this freer movement to the wax a lot, and that's how we know when it's detached, because the whole thing really starts to move in the ear canal then, and that's what we've got here. Unfortunately, it's a little bit big. It doesn't want to come out the ear canal, so we've got to do a bit of turbo wiggling here to get this through. So out this is coming. There we go. I think that might be all of it. We'll just take a quick look. Oh, we've just got a little bit of sort of residual dry wax here around the outside edge. You can see a little bit of dry skin lifting up in this as well. So we're just trying to pull this off the side of the canal. You can see how it loops all the way up around this lateral, around the entrance to the canal, just beyond those little sort of stereocilia, those tiny little hairs around the outside edge. So we're just lifting. There we go. But look how much was hiding. That really didn't look like a lot of wax when we first lifted it off. But look how much is there. That is a huge amount. And that was all tucked into the nooks and crannies all around the outside edge of the ear canal. There we look at that coming away now. We've got quite a chunky bit. Little bit more of a wiggle. Let's tease this out here. There we go. Out that comes. Look at the size of that piece. And when you first initially looked in there, after we took that main bulk out, you really didn't see that that hiding away in the corners there. Eardrum looking absolutely textbook. A lovely shiny eardrum. That's the way we want to see it. So this is what we'll do. Don't forget, this is from one ear canal, so 4 centimeters. No. Oh, I was so close. 1 3/4 inches of earwax there, guys. You can see very dry, very crumbly. I will get it one day, I promise, guys. Very dry, very crumbly earwax there. But in that sort of color spectrum, all those different ages of earwax there. Don't forget that the newly formed wax is cream in color, and then the older it gets and the more oxidized it gets, the darker that wax becomes. And when you could see in that ear canal, that very deepest section was just going up over the bottom of the pars tensor of the tympanic membrane there. That was the really old, more oxidized piece of wax you could see. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to our video today. I think it's myself and the lovely Taylor Green. Fingers crossed tomorrow, depending on how clinic works out. But you should see us both on screen. Hopefully I will make an appearance. I'm actually still in my riding gear here, guys, so I wouldn't make a very good appearance on screen. But guys, as always, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye, everyone.